It's been 48 hours since I ended my 108-hour fast, and today I'm sharing the full breakdown: glucose, ketones, sleep, activity, and how much my body is adjusting post-fast. I had a few surprising moments during refeeding, but overall, my energy remains stable. So let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back if you've been following the series, and welcome to those that are just starting here. I'm Mindy, a nurse and aspiring health coach, and I'm working on getting myself healthier. Today marks 48 hours post-fast, and I want to share exactly how my body has responded since reintroducing food. I stopped my fast on Friday morning at 108 hours and began refeeding slowly with warm bone broth, which is a gentle way to reintroduce nutrients and support digestion. Since then, I've gradually added back more solid foods, and today I'll be breaking down my glucose and ketone trends since refeeding, my activity levels and how movement feels after fasting, how my sleep has changed now that I am eating again, my overall energy and mental clarity since breaking the fast, and the most unexpected part, a few brief moments of shakiness after reintroducing food, but more about that later. This video is all about what happens after an extended fast, and if you've been curious about the transition, you're in the right place. So how is my body adjusting? Let's look at my glucose and ketones. We'll start with the numbers, because these metrics tell a powerful story about my transition post-fast. Glucose trends since breaking my fast. My average has been in the 80s with a low of 66 and a high of 92. As far as ketones, they have started to decline as expected. Right now, I'm at 4.5, which makes sense since I've reintroduced food, but I still have seen as high as 6 and as low as 3. One thing I have noticed is that after eating, my glucose had some fluctuations, but nothing dramatic. The body is naturally rebalancing as digestion kicks in, and tracking these trends have been really interesting. I am curious to see if my new average glucose is lower than it was before, and my new average ketones are higher. I will share more in my next video. One thing that caught me off guard after reintroducing food was a few brief episodes of shakiness on Saturday, a day after breaking my fast. I'm not entirely sure what caused it, but here are a few possible explanations. Blood sugar fluctuations. After fasting, glucose regulation can take time to stabilize, and certain foods may trigger temporary dips or spikes. Electrolyte shifts. Even though I was careful to hydrate, sometimes refeeding affects mineral balance, leading to mild energy dips. Digestive adaptation. The gut has to adjust as food is reintroduced, and that can trigger some unexpected sensations. I will also admit I was outside in the heat, and that may have done it too. Either way, I took a break in the cool air, got some fluids, and felt much better. Just something for me to note for future fasts. The good news, these moments resolve quickly, and overall, my body has handled refeeding very smoothly. So my first solid food after 108 hours, as you may remember, was bacon. Probably not the most ideal refeeding choice, but it was a protein I had ready and on hand. Since then, here's a snapshot of what I've eaten. Friday night, we met some friends at a local restaurant, and my choices were a little limited, so I chose a cheeseburger without the bun. I had no nausea, no digestive issues. Saturday for lunch, since we live in an RV and this was travel day, I took some biltong, which is a jerky-like meat snack, in the car and ate it on the trip, still feeling good. Saturday night, once we arrived to our destination, there was a nice restaurant in the rear of the resort, so I had a very good New York strip steak. Again, no bloating or nausea. Sunday so far, I have had roast beef with white American cheese in a roll-up and a Too Good yogurt. My energy remains solid and my stomach still feels good. So far, digestion has been smooth, with no discomfort or bloating, which is great. While bacon may not be the best first food, my body has responded incredibly overall. Now for my sleep. Now that food is back, my sleep has changed a bit compared to fasting. I slept 7 hours last night, and I felt like I had plenty of sleep. I'm still waking up on occasion, but I feel more rested. One trend I've noticed is that after fasting, sleep tends to improve, likely because my body is in full recovery mode. It will be interesting to see if my sleep keeps getting better as my body fully adjusts. Even post-fast, movement still feels great, and I've stayed active since reintroducing food. Since breaking my fast, I've walked over a mile each day, keeping circulation strong. My energy remains steady, proving that metabolic adaptation doesn't disappear after eating. One thing I am curious about, though, was whether eating would change my energy dramatically. But so far, my body has transitioned well with no real energy change. One curious metric that I'm sure many of you are wondering about is my weight. My weight changes after fasting. If you remember, I lost 11 pounds. Saturday morning, I was down another 0.2 pounds, and this morning I was down another 0.6, making a total of 0.8 lost since I ended the fast. This shows that even post-fast, my body is still adjusting and losing. Though I expect this to stabilize soon, I still expect to rebound back up slightly before stabilizing and starting to lose again. We shall see. This journey wasn't just about fasting. It was about learning how my body adapts and thrives through metabolic reset. And here's what I've learned. Fasting isn't just about weight. It's about metabolic flexibility and resilience. The refeeding process matters just as much as the fast itself. The body recalibrates beautifully when given time and proper nourishment. I'm excited to see how my energy, digestion, and overall well-being continue to evolve over the next few days. I firmly believe that this process has helped me break some of those bad habits that had worked their way back into my daily eating. It has also made me more aware of the food I am eating and how it will impact my metabolic health. If you have ever done an extended fast, how did your body react when you started eating again? Did you experience any shakiness, any digestive issues, energy changes? I'd love to hear your experience in the comments. If you've been following throughout my fasting journey, thank you. This has been an incredible experiment, and I appreciate every one of you for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe as I continue to give updates as I track my post-fast recovery. This was an eye-opening experience, and seeing how my body continues to adjust post-fast has been just as fascinating as fasting itself. If you would have told me months ago that I would go 108 hours without food, I would have thought you were crazy. Just remember, taking on a challenge like this takes preparation and planning. Our bodies can do amazing things when given the chance. Thanks for being part of this journey, and I'll see you in the next video.